It's struggling here a little bit, looking for that move back to above 50. I think if we can see that, we'll get a nicer boom. There's a little pop, just doesn't really hold that well. You can see now we're back down again. I'm going to give it another attempt here because it held the first 30 seconds really strong. And like I said, it just keeps pulling back really heavy. MACD, not so interesting. Could pick up again, another minute coming up right now. Let's see. Kind of volume pumping in here. Wow, what a rejection. Selling, that's unfortunate. Let's see if we can get help. If we could hold this area at 54, I might just jump back in. 54.43. Back in terms of buyers back in. Seems like the bids. It's very slow action. I think it might pop, but I don't think it's gonna maybe give us the best continuation. So it looks like I cut at a pretty bad spot. But you just got to manage your risks. So that's all I could do. Looks like 52 might get shipped here. That ask just keeps slapping things back down. I'm going to stop out of this one. I don't know what's going to happen, but man, breakout or bailout. And this one, you know, I gave it like 3-4 opportunities. It's a grinder for sure. So I'm not a great trader when it comes to trading grinders. I try to be very pause off, but even then, you know, I have to hold 3, 4, 5 minutes, and it's just really not how I trade. So I don't want to condition myself on these kind of crappy tickers. I think that's a really dangerous thing to do. A little morning, guys. Morning, everyone. That's tough. I mean, it still kind of feels like it's holding here. But yeah, I mean, if you check out my intraday duration, you can see that anything I hold for over 2 minutes is a net loss, except this random situation here. So that's why I'm really quick to cut losses. I mean, my statistics basically tell me I'm a horrible grinder. Like, if a ticker's grinding and I have to hold, it's not good. Swing trading, obviously different. Swing trading has nothing to do with my day trading Momo portfolio. That's 2 different portfolios. So yesterday, what you guys saw, if you guys were there in the afternoon, and those profits we pulled in from some large caps, that was my swing trade portfolio. So 2 totally different things. Eugene is saying free for all Friday, buy puts. Imagine. Y'all, you can't trade options pre-market, but I know what you mean. Sometimes you just totally switch it up, especially on like this nonsense that we're seeing here. There, see, now it's moving back, but at this point, you know, you're just trying to avoid tripping over yourself. I'm so fed up with these tickers, but you know, that's what we got. That's why I'm also so focused right now on the large caps, Coins, Square, Airbnb, PayPal, PYPL, even Beyond Meat, BYND. Not that I like the company, but I do like the fact that it has a 40% short interest. How reckless is that? That ticker is gonna do something crazy at one point. One thing to be a little careful on with coin is the fact that we did break a major trend line. So there is always that opportunity that we're going to have a new all-time low. I'm not really sure if we're going to have, you know, a valuation that is fair on this ticker below 12 billion. So I think that's also a little bit of a consideration. So there goes. I should have taken my profits on Stng when it was over $6, or not even 6. It was like at over 50 cents. I just, thought, all right, well, this could be that, pop higher. The volleyball prop from Tom Hanks called Wilson Castaway sold for $80,000. That's crazy. Although that's like very iconic. Like everyone knows that. Almost makes some sense. Tarp, Eugene, Kevin. Good morning, guys. And good morning, everyone in the Discord. Stng is up 79%. You can't really discount that, but unfortunately, it's not giving us moves that are really that tradable. Dot says Wilson. $8.30, guys. That's going to be the big number to be waiting for. Big the time. I just cut my nails today, and I feel like every time I cut my nails, there's always like the round 2 that you have to do. Kind of sounds ridiculous, but I feel like maybe some of you guys know what I mean. Like once you realize, oh, I missed a spot. I'm also just not good at cutting my nails. All right, so where are we at? Markets pummeled yesterday again. NASDAQ at 10.3 thousand, down 1.7% yesterday. S&P at 3.7 thousand, down 1%, and then Dow at 32,000, down only 0.5%. I gotta say, the Dow very resilient lately. Makes sense. It has a lot more old school blue chip companies, not like high flyer tech, and those are often seen as securities or more secure in these kind of markets, which makes sense. Good vibes on Wall Street have evaporated this week. Thank you, JP. The stocks closed down their 4th straight day in the red. Yeah, it's crazy. Apple took a hit yesterday, but it's still weathering the tech downturn. Did you know that Apple has the same valuation as Amazon, Alphabet, and Meta combined, which is just mind-blowing. Actually, a really good graph that shows that is Infinite Market Cap, which we talked about. If you guys saw, if you go to my videos, I'd be flying blind without these 29 trading websites I check every morning. So these are some of the ones that I mentioned in the video. So if you're curious, check out that video. Anywho, here is Apple, 22.3 trillion. So then we have Alphabet, Amazon, and then Meta way down there at like 250 billion market cap, down the 40s here somewhere. There it is, 250 billion market cap, 237, 35 now, 10% down again. Hectic. This is going to be the big topic of the day. This is what I've been waiting for. Honestly, if this is a good trading session at 8:30, I might even call it at 8:30 or at like 9 o'clock or whatever happens. I mean, maybe I'll just stay around and watch, but if we get some good trades in at 9:30 or 8:30 when the unemployment comes out, I mean, it could be all we need today. The government will drop final jobs report before the midterms. While job growth is certainly welcome, this tight labor market is also hamstringing the Fed's attempt to wrangle inflation. JP is desperate to see a slowdown in hiring, and is expected to happen, 200,000 jobs are projected to have been added in October. Sorry about that. Down from 263,000 September. So we are expected to have a bigger downturn. Let's see here with the unemployment on tradingeconomics.com. Forecast 3.5%. Let's click on this a little bit more. U.S. unemployment fell to 3.5% in September 2022, matching July's 29-month low. The remaining below market expectations of 3.7% in another sign overall labor market conditions in the world's largest economy remain tight. Yeah, so the labor market's still very, very strong. I mean, look at the unemployment. It's insane. So there was this little bump here, but it seems to be more of a anomaly. B, C, A, B popping back above VWAP. Patrick Collison, Stripe CEO. Guy's slaying it. Lyft cutting 13%. Amazon pausing hiring. Stripe lays off 14%. The most valuable startup in the US, Stripe. Yeah, Stripe is a pretty awesome platform. So basically everyone's cutting back based on this report to like former expectations. So in 2020 and 2021, expectations just got a little bit too euphoric when everything was going up. And they're pretty much just going back to doing some mean reversion, really. That's crazy. The Stripe was bigger now than the entire e-commerce sector in 2010. How crazy is that? A Stripe daydreamed if future people bumped elbows and DoorDash every meal. 2022 gave it a wake-up call. The bloc will form one of Israel's most right-wing governments in its history and most cohesive government in 2019. The UK could... the UK has been really just, I feel like year over year, done worse and worse and worse. I even met some people in Berlin, made some friends here that basically left London because of Brexit. I feel like that was the start of a lot of their problems, but I could be wrong. That's sure how it feels like when you talk to people, though. Catalytic converter theft report. $35 more minutes till things get a little bit crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty pumped. Right now, coin is at 58.60, so that's a nice area to honestly just buy it. If we didn't have a big news dropping, I would be sizing into coin. Square really held its highs well. It went from 52, actually 51, all the way to 64 almost, and now it's chilling around 60. So basically a 15 to 20% move depending on where it is every minute, but yeah, really nice. The share of first-time homebuyers just hit an all-time low. First-time homebuyers. Due to soaring mortgage rates and housing prices, just 26% of all home buyers closed on their first house in the year that ended in June 2022. A drop from 34%. Wow, first-time home buyer age rose to record high of 36. That's really crazy high. I shouldn't be in pain because I'm stuck in an undersized seat. Yeah, I've been feeling like my airplane seat has been really small lately too. Like on my recent flight to Spain, it was a sardine can in there. It was really bad. General Mills, Pfizer, Audi, and Mondelez are among the brands that have paused advertising on Twitter following Elon Musk's takeover. That's weird. Paul Pelosi, the husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, is in the hospital 6 days after he was attacked at his home. Whoa, former PM of Pakistan was shot in the foot in an apparent assassination attempt. That's... I don't know. I mean, better than shot somewhere else, I guess. Jeff Bezos reportedly interested in bidding for the Washington Commanders, possibly with Jay-Z as an investor. Washington Commanders. Yeah, I feel like I don't know anything about this team. The end of daylight saving time means an uptick in vehicles crashing into deer. That sucks. Uptick from STNG. Looks like the 5-minute found support on the 9 EMA and VWAP. MACD's starting to kind of consolidate here. Not in love with that ticker though. Schultz in China over here. He is under political pressure at home and from Washington to rethink Berlin's relationship with Beijing. He was, what was he doing there again? I think he was pitching BioNTech. Was that, if I remember properly? Look at this. This is kind of cool. Exxon Ways Leasing, selling unused office space, a little co-working. Did you guys know Exxon is basically the modern day name for Standard Oil, which is from John D. Rockefeller, basically the richest man in the world. If you guys have not read John D. Rockefeller biography, I highly recommend it. It's a long one, but it's really good. I'll pull up the one that I have. At least the one that I just read. I think it is this one, actually.
This is Audible.
Mine looks a little bit different.
Blackstone Audio.
Here. It's kind of hard to see, but this is the one I have, Titan. So I guess it is this one. It's just on Audible. It has a different picture. It's 35 hours audiobook. It's a little crazy. STNG back below VWAP. Slow. Patient infected with COVID for 411 days is finally cured. Oh, that sounds miserable. This looks like a good read here. Iran's weapons are slowly dragging Israel to Ukraine's defense. I don't have a Bloomberg subscription. So good. Poor Zuckerberg. I left you. Best of luck. Yeah, what's that positive news, Sharky? Something different? How well did Dogecoin hold their highs? That's the real question. Let's go back to a year. Oh wow, it actually is still holding this area really well. Absolutely crazy. This is like one of those tickers you just ran every time it's down, like 80%, just buy it and eventually it pops again.
Im Nordwesten auch freundlich.
808, 22 minutes. Oh, where's that option to look at? Oh, there it is. Ooh, guys, I might have to start making some GIF memes. Oh, I never even thought about that. Oh, this is a weird one. Alright. I'll keep that in. I'll keep that in the memory. Good call out. Tarpon. Let's see how it holds here. Small size entry at 48. Let's see if we can get another fill at 47 just to get like even a reasonable size on this one. Not sure if it's going to pull back again. Watching 50, maybe we'll chip through 50 and then break over. So want to be ready here for a possible entry at 150. Looking for the ask to start getting chipped away. There goes the ask getting chipped away there, jumping on at 50. Let's see if we can have that breakout. Looking for a breakout over 51. There's the move. Come on, can we see it? 52 is kind of a big ask. I'm not sure if we're going to break that. Taking profits just because it was a little bit slow. Thanks, Sharky. You just made me 80 bucks. I mean, Tom. Tarpum. I'm over here giving Sharky all the credit. Thanks, Tarpum. So I took profits too soon at 53. It moved up to 57. And I was having fun looking at memes. Was it worth making $80 to stop looking at memes? That's the question. Coin down at 58.22. Doji on DUO. %5 pullback there. It's not nothing. PayPal recovered quite a bit of its losses from that flush yesterday. Sharky says he can go to 166. I like your optimism, although I am personally very skeptical of this market. So 166 is basically double top zone. Yeah, this is basically the next major resistance. So hopefully we can, move on to that zone. 5 minute isn't necessarily super extended, but it is somewhat extended, that's for sure. Possible break here, 58. Pulling back. I don't have a good read on this ticker right now. It's 57, jumping in at 57. Let's see if we can get a pop over 60. That's what I'm going to wait for here. Looking for that move over 60. And doesn't really look that strong. 57. Stopping out. No, it actually held. So I should have jumped into this one a little bit sooner. So it did hold. Crawling back, I stopped out at 56. Not exactly a great time to stop out, but that's fine. I was thinking we would get a nice big third green candle, but the delay on this one was too much for me. Nice pop there. Two good pullbacks. It's not so bad. Crawling back right now. Going down the former 5 minute candle here, 156. Let's see how this behaves. Let's see if we can hold. So far we have support coming out 157. Possible entry. Got to fill at 155.5. Not sure how well this will hold. I'm not looking for a reversal. We're crawling back the former 5-minute candle. So it's an okay setup. It's not a great setup though. Nice support off of 53. Still some selling going on. That a bit is stacking back up. I like the support. I had the right idea, but it looks like I had the wrong timing for it. Still struggling here. I'm not sure if we're going to get over 56. The bid is nice though. Crawling back higher. I think it's struggling a little bit too much here though. Stopping out. Let's see if we get that last pop. No. Stopping out of the rest. Gave back my little profits. That's fine. So watching here at 53, seeing how well this holds. $53, the bid is on it, but it's that ask is still very strong. Jumping on at 54, but I didn't get full size. Cutting, possible re-entry at 52. Very small size. I like the overall 5-minute support on this one. Still riding the 9 EMA. Tried a few times for this one to pop back higher. Watching 53. Wow, look at that sell-off there. Jumping back in at 50. No, I'm just not holding. It just ain't holding. Stopping out. Woo! Just in time. So, yeah, unfortunately, this one's a no-go for me. I think the only thing I did wrong on this one is maybe that last trade here. Maybe I tried too many times. Usually, I'll stop out a little bit ahead of time. Basically, my first major loss. I never really had like a major loser on this one. Just kind of like one small scratch after another. I did size up a little bit more, but not even that much because it is a $1.50 stock. So I was doing basically average size. I would have liked to maybe go a little closer to about 8,000 shares. So just kept trying to milk it. Unfortunately, I just kept getting stopped out. I think this last move, I wasn't expecting such a big sell-off. 2 red flags is the MACD was sharply declining. That's a big red flag. Another big red flag was the overall volume here on this big sell volume. This big red sell volume on the 1 minute is always a big red flag. Other than that, the 5 minute definitely gets some good support zones. So I think it was worth attempting, but it didn't work out this time. So I'm slightly red on the day, down $40 on the day. Small win on SNTG. I have a limit order on PayPal. I could probably remove that. It's a little bit unnecessary. And I'm red on DUO. So more or less a scratch morning for now, which is kind of understandable given the opportunities. Eight minutes, guys. 8 minutes. No, nice bounce there on DUO. This is kind of what I was waiting for. So I was 2 minutes off, which in the day trading world is like a lifetime. So it's basically like I was pretty off. So it's actually a pretty nice bounce it got. I wouldn't be looking for a reversal just yet with that kind of 5 minute, former 5 minute, but hey, it was okay. It was all right. All right, I'm gonna get my standing desk set up for the 8:30 move. I think it's gonna be kind of interesting, so I want to be ready to go. 57.75 is what Coinbase is currently at. All the bad news is out. And it popped higher. Keep that in mind, guys. Ah, look at this. Our scanner is awake. Mason back in action. Ready to take on the world. Whoa, whoa, whoa. STNG. Back above VWAP. That was a strong little pop. Ooh, big move there. Oh, missed my fill. Missed my fill twice. You know what that means. Move your limit order lower. That's what that means. If I ever miss a move twice, that's a sure sign that I need to not chase the third one. Nice pop though on SNTG. Two and a half minutes. Get yo panties ready. Don't want to be in a trade soon. I think usually I'd be trading a little bit more aggressively right now, but 2.5 minutes, things are about to get a little cray-cray. So I'm trying to be extra conservative. There's an entry at 22. So if we can get a move back higher, that would be the game for me. Taking quick profits there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to close. That was a nice little trade though, overall. Close my trade, dang it. Here it goes, close. Nice. So I think that puts me back green on the day, slightly, but still. All right, I'm gonna go get ready here for some moves. All right, so I'm watching coin, big support obviously at 57. We have another minute here. Right around this area, 57. So let's just go ahead and mark this zone. Oh, I can't get it. I can't get it. There it is. So former test, Baroque, retest, support, and now it's here, retesting again. I'm watching also Square around 58.68 or somewhere in that area. Anything below 59 would be insane entry. PayPal I'm watching. Maybe we'll get an entry below 68. Abnb, Airbnb, anything around 92 or so, honestly, would probably be a good entry. Anything below those numbers are all pretty good entries for new swing trades. Good luck, guys. Whew, SPY just rallied hard. First size on coin. No, SPY flushing hard. All right, I'm going to leave that small size. Look at SPY here. Oh, what is that? Oh, my Lord. Praise baby Jesus. Flushing and recovery. I don't know what's going on. SQ holding. Coin holding, possibly recovering. Took a small stab at that one already. Actual is 3.7. So unemployment higher. I mean, that's pretty good news. For the fact that maybe less hawkish. I don't know. It doesn't really matter what I think. Bitcoin selling off. Why is the market even selling off? It's like, this is even, or like, why is even anything happening with this kind of news, right? Abnb might be a really good buy. Airbnb around 92 is so nice. My first entry is 57, so I'm really happy with that entry. Coinbase holding really well. These are all swing trades, guys, so don't expect me to enter and exit these trades. I will maybe consider doing it if there's really quick moves to the upside. Nice. I'm just gonna keep populating this trade. SQ. Look at that. Beautiful first stare on SQ. Airbnb pulling back. PayPal not really moving so much. Bitcoin had a massive move and pop right back up again. SBUX being called out. Starbucks. Huh. Nice, so SQ moving higher here. I didn't get my entry where I wanted it. Got enough limit orders out. I don't have that much in this account. This is still a pretty young Roth IRA. Coin, I'm only along 300 right now. SQ is moving well. SPY is being very weird. So sold off and had a quick recovery. It's actually a pretty bullish sign. This might be all the pullback we're going to be getting before we have maybe another move higher. All right, I really feel like the bottom is in right now. Oh, it's because I had 1,000 selected. No wonder. If you switch to Bitcoin, it really messes things up. That was light volume on the bounce, which is not necessarily a bullish sign. Bitcoin full recovery. SQ had a beautiful hammer candle. That was not nearly as exciting as I thought it would be. I thought we would see another like 10% flush in some weird direction. That's what I was mentally preparing myself for. I wanted to see capitulation. Maybe we're still going to get capitulation, but after earnings came out on SQ and Coin, and they didn't really sell off, and Coin's earnings were horrendous, and now with, you know, macro news that usually shakes the market, no matter if it's good or bad macro news, I'm pretty bullish on what we're seeing here. I don't think I'm going to get an entry on this one. Shares 536. I don't get it. Abnb did the bounce I was waiting for. Pretty big moves. What's BYND up to? Is it squeezing yet? There's going to be a huge squeeze on BYND at one point, but I'm not sure how I want to trade that. I'll probably be a day trade at some point. I'm looking for a possible entry on coin. Airbnb had a huge pop. Missed my entry on this one. 2%. SPY is ripping higher. Paying a higher price for not getting as aggressive early, which is fine because I thought there was a lot of downside potential. So I felt, I was like, all right, well, let's see what happens. New 5 minute and 2.5 minutes. Yeah, PayPal, huge spike. Nice. I'm going to have to get more aggressive in my entries. Market's moving up right now. Sometimes you still get these massive wicks lower. It's kind of what I'm expecting occasionally. But right now it seems pretty strong. Yeah, so this is kind of the move. I mean, this isn't the move I was waiting for. I was expecting a lot more volatility, but ultimately, this is the confirmation I was waiting for that, there's somewhat of a bottom in the market. Good earnings, bad earnings. Stocks just aren't really going down that much anymore. Specifically, the stocks that are depreciated, like Airbnb, Square, Coin. I mean, these companies are down 80-90%. Tickers like PayPal, they still have a little bit further to go, but even yesterday they've basically recovered from their massive sell-off. So kind of across the board, it really feels like there's some heavy floors coming in. Coin up at 58. So a nice little profit there on coin. Nothing really matters right now so much because everything's very short term. Hopefully I'll be holding these for multiple days. So yeah, I hesitated there on coin several times already. This ticker is really just ripping. Possible last entry here. Nice. Now what I'm waiting for is, let's go back. Next Thursday, we got the inflation report coming out. So we got at least today, today, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we got basically 4 trading days before this inflation comes out. So there's a good chance we're going to have 4 days of just potentially pretty solid upswings. Nothing's guaranteed. I didn't get my fill on PayPal. I had a limit order below 64.50, somewhere in this area. I thought we were going to have that last sell-off before we recovered. That's kind of what I was expecting. Really, the ticker I have the best read on is Coin, just because I've been trading it so much. Other than that, it's, trying to look for overall really good entries. There's my fill on Airbnb. So yeah, Airbnb had just the most insane sell-off as well, 57%. There's my fill on SQ. I would like to do maybe about 300 shares on SQ, so I'm only at 100 shares. I'll probably be more patient on SQ because it did have that big pop. So I do think there's that chance we're going to go below 58 or so. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for SQ. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I think there's a fairly high chance it will. So I don't want to size in too big above 60. But if it keeps running from here to 62, 64, so on and so forth, I'll just take a small share size on that one and then just kind of let it go, I guess. That's fine. Don't always need full size on these tickers. So we got coin, Airbnb, 100 shares of Airbnb, 400 shares of coin, and 100 shares of SQ at the moment. Bitcoin had a really nice pop just now. I guess the rest of the share size I'll just keep on hand with the potential to totally move. Wait, did I only trade 3 stocks this morning? 2 stocks? I only traded 2 stocks. PayPal, not holding that area so well. Snow could be an opportunity. I would be so nervous being short BYND. Look at this ticker. This has to squeeze at some point. It's down 95.5% from all-time highs, BYND. Think about that for a second. It's down 95.5% from all-time highs, BYND. All right, have we all internalized that one point? Let's say it one more time. BYND is down 95.5% from all-time highs. It's below $1 billion market cap. They have some pretty big contracts. I mean, they're in most large supermarkets. They're even in fast food chains. I'm not a big fan of the product myself, which makes me go against little Peter Lynch, one up on Wall Street, invest in what you know philosophy. But at the same time, oversold? Probably. Weird part is there's no insiders buying this. If I was the CEO of Beyond Meat, and I really believe in the company, wouldn't I be buying right now? Wouldn't I be buying the stock? In Menards, that's so weird. Like a Home Depot, Lowe's, Bauhaus kind of place. I don't get it. And look at this. I mean, short float 41%. I mean, either I'm crazy or BYND is the best long in the whole entire market right now. Not for like a full-on reversal and an investment and a 5-year hold, like for exactly what it is. A short squeeze and a bottom bounce, even if it's a dead cat. I don't know. I feel like I'm going crazy. Then again, I'm not long it, so I'm being a little bit hypocritical right now. Lots of wicks, no new tricks. That's freaking hilarious. Darwin says I'm building a thesis with BYND. I don't know. Please tell me if I'm crazy, or tell me what I'm not seeing. I don't think this ticker can really go that much lower. I definitely don't see it going below $10. Honestly, I'm gonna put an alert on BYND. Keep an eye on this one. Something feels like something's gonna give at one point. Look at that, we're almost at 40 concurrents. That's cool. Got to get back to the old time numbers. But till we do, I actually enjoy this smaller community too. It's quite cozy. The chat room's actually readable, which is nice. David's all hot about snow. Yeah, I was basically saying anything between like $13 and $14, where I basically put this giant highlighted zone. I said basically anything in this zone is a buy, and then you pretty much just wait for the squeeze. You buy and you wait, buy and wait for the squeeze. What's the current short interest? It would take 7 days with the current volume for shorts to be able to cover their size. One sec. Feels like one of the best long opportunities in the. What am I missing, guys? What am I missing? S and TG back at it again. Look at this grinder. Thank God I'm not trading it. I think I would have ripped my eyes out at this point. $8.51. Let's see. Ho, ho, ho. STNG, wow, look at that pop. Looking for a small entry here. Let's see if we can get another pop, some continuation on this one. Very small share size, a little laggy on my computer. Whoa, big bid there, big bid. Let's see it rip. Nope. I don't know why that bid doesn't want to do anything. Here we go, pop through 89, let's see it. Wow, no, it's not. Oh, I was the last one out on that. You can have my limit order. That's funny. From David's comment. Look at that, coin's the best performer, like always. I don't even know why I bother doing anything else. You just never know when one ticker is going to stop and another one's going to be the hot one, so you got to keep trying a few different things. Bitcoin has been quite sexy. A little slow right now. I'm not crazy about trading SNTG. SNTG is one of these classic tickers that grinds, pops up, grinds, pops up, grinds. Like, you start trading at high, trading breakouts, you're just going to get very, very frustrated. So it's usually not a ticker I get super excited about. So I'm slightly green on the day, $78. I am up a little bit more at the moment with my swings, but that is not the day trading portfolio that we are usually focused on these streams, although lately the shift has focused a little bit just because the market opportunities right now for large caps is just unparalleled. And why make your life hard and trade the hardest stuff right now? And the hardest stuff to trade, I think, is honestly SNTG. Unless you're like really swing trading some of these small caps or like holding over like 10, 20, 30 minutes, I think that's probably a really good way to trade SNTG. Let's actually think about that for a second. So this ticker pops up around 7 o'clock, 5 minute, still kind of ugly though. But, you know, if you're buying on the 9 EMA and you're just, you know, trading this one as long as it doesn't break VWAP or some other metric. I mean, if you traded like, it would have to break, let's say, the 1 minute 9 EMA is tough because it always kind of chips at that. So you'd be stopping out a lot. You'd have to give yourself like a bigger EMA, like the 20 EMA or something like that. I mean, it has nice moves. I think that makes me a little bit crazy on tickers like SNTG is like, in hindsight, when you actually look at these tickers, they actually look somewhat good. And you're like, how did I not make a bunch of money on this ticker? But then when you're actually trading it and you're stuck in that order book that just is one step forward, one step back, you're like, ah. That's why. Yep. Nine o'clock. Let's see if we get a push at 9 o'clock. So far, nothing. I'll be right back. Do what I want. I had to bother my girlfriend a little bit. She has she had a knee surgery because she had a torn ACL from the ski season last year, and now I have to help her do little tasks all day. And David says, hello, Alex's girlfriend. We don't let her out of the room too much. Get back in the cage. Is she in the Women's National Basketball Association? No, she's too short for that. I'm also too short for that, the guy's version. So I'm not talking shit. I'm just stating the facts. Gotta keep the wild ones caged up. Just a little bit. Not too caged up. Coin on its way to 60. Let's see how good this area holds. I wouldn't be surprised if all swing trades turned red. The question is, you know, how long will they be like that for? And it's, you don't want to over trade your swing trades. So right now I'm up 700 almost on my swing trades that I just re-entered, that you guys saw like what, 15 minutes ago. And part of me obviously wants to close it, lock in $700. The other part of me, like the day trader part of me, is like lock in profits. The swing trader part of me is like, gotta let it run, because in 4 days, if it's at, you know, 20-30% up, you're gonna be like, why did I close it? So you have to understand that it's two different trading styles. And if you're new to trading, I would really not recommend trading two different trading styles, because they're so different. Swing trading and day trading are so different. And it's so easy to trip over yourself. If you're day trading, you cut losses. You're relentless. You're quick. You trade usually really crappy tickers that you don't even want to hold overnight anyway. When you're swing trading, I only like to usually trade really quality tickers, stocks. And I'm usually quite long biased, and I have a fairly long time frame. Yeah, David says it's so hard to get out of the day trader mentality for me when I'm in profit. Yeah, I feel you. To me, something like what I used to do is I used to only swing trade in one account and then day trade in another account. That helped. And now I think it's separating is still key. So what I do is I separate my swing trades into this portfolio right here. It's like a grouping inside of another portfolio, and that way I can just hide it and hopefully set and forget it. Unfortunately, with TOS, you have this overall total, and can I actually remove that? I think I tried to remove it for a while and I couldn't figure out how to do it, which always shows me what my swing trades are up. So sometimes I'll look at it and I'm down like $3,000. I'm like, ah, or sometimes I'm up like $4,000 and I'm like, ah. You know, so it's a little bit annoying to have that right there, but that's just how it goes. What I'll do with my swing trades is if we have a really strong move today, like I'm talking like 10% plus, I would probably close all my swing trades. And on whatever sort of market close or whatever sell-off we have, will probably be like at least a 5% retrace or so. I would just re-enter all of them. I think that's what I would be doing. If we get a sell-off, I'll be sizing into my swing trades a little bit more. And if we just consolidate, I'll just keep holding them. So that's my game plan for the day. in terms of swing trading. But I've noticed whenever there's a really strong push, usually it doesn't hurt taking the profits off the table and then just re-entering on that 5% pullback, which pretty much always happens. But you have to watch out because sometimes you close and it still runs another 10%. And then even if it does have that pullback, you're just over trading at that point. So it's really like if it has like a 10-15% push, boom, 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 it even just broke some big resistance, like yeah, maybe then you could close the size. Otherwise, it's so easy to overtrade your swing trades, so be careful. So we'll see what happens. Making a profit's wondering how I did the grouping. Oh wow, wait, hold on 1 second here. Look at this ticker just falling off a cliff right now. BCAB 20% down. What happened? Anyway, it's actually really easy. You say move to group, and I just have a group called swing trades or IRA swings, and you could just add group and then you just add it and it pops up right here. So it's very simple. I also have different portfolios, like straight up different accounts. Like one's a cash account, one's a margin account, so on and so forth. So you can put it in a different account. That separates it even more. I'm closing my unlimited account on TD Ameritrade, so I don't have any cash in this one. Otherwise, I would have done that. But yeah, hope that makes sense. PKBO. Dots calling out. Yeah, it's actually okay. The volume's maybe a little bit light, but it is a $7 stock. S&TG, rest in peace here. It might actually recover from that, but that it faded under VWAP. $18 minutes before the market opens. What a week. I'm ready for a weekend. I don't know about you guys. I'm ready to do some chili vanilli. Tomorrow's a work day for me always, but still, it's like more relaxed work day because I just focus usually on 1 or 2 topics and do that from like 7 till, I don't know, usually like noon or 1. It's like a nice solid work session. Nice, Andres. Good. You slid out of that one. Some of these gifts are ridiculous. That is such a good freaking gif. PKBO being called out again. I guess it can't be that bad. Volume slowly slithering up. Corey says I knew SNTG was slimy. I don't know why that makes me happy, but it does. Slimy little ticker. It's such a good word to describe this stock. Slimy. Perfect. $9.17, ready to go back to bed. Slow pre-market. Even the unemployment report, which usually gives us hella volatility. Well, I mean, if you look at the SPY, it did give us volatility, but it was nowhere near. This is the unemployment report, 2% spread, but nowhere near like what it used to do. I feel like. Also, market just generally recovered like nothing happened, which I guess is a really bullish sign. Oh man. Today's one of those really gloomy days in Berlin where it's just like different shades of gray. This is pretty much how all winter is. That's why everyone leaves Berlin in the winter. Ten more minutes on the dot until things get really interesting, hopefully. All right, here we got some responses to my message. I said short float at 40.89% and short ratio of 6.82 on Bynd. Is this the next short squeeze? Feel like one of the best long opportunities in the market right now. What am I missing? It's a 5 bill company at minimum. Only 57 million shares trading a little over 1x sales. It's a $55 stock. Wow, people really like this tweet. Was there any feedback on Twitter, for example? No messages on Twitter. I think I'm gonna have to make a BYND meme today. Because it'd literally be crazy not to. This could be like waiting for the short squeeze on BYND. That's actually not a bad. Can we do better than that? Maybe. I always like these memes. Are so good. Can we do something with this meme here? Let's see. What's up with the real horrible memes? Okay, so what if this train... It would have to be something like... What's a term for when you like try too hard? It's like squeezing water out of. Oh my Jesus, David, that's freaking reckless. Did I spell bottom right? I spelled scraping as well. Here we go. No, scraping. But what's scrapping? How do you spell scrapping? Like in a fight, you're scrapping. I'm trying to say scrape. Okay. This already makes me happy. I think this is it, boys. Look at that. I'm up 1,000 on my 1,200 now. So what happened is coin saved the day for the 10,000th time in a row. I don't even know why I traded anything else besides coin. So let's just go to it really fast and take an analysis here. So yeah, look at this one. It's ripping now. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, sized up even more. Big resistance above. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Picture perfect, honestly. 5% move. So the question is, can we get a move over 62? We got a lot of resistance on this trend line here. This is one of those situations where if you can, you take some profits and then you maybe re-enter if it has that, like I was saying before, if it has that really strong move. Or West Coast specifically. Corey's wondering. I'm not sure when I'm going to be over there, but hopefully at one point. All right, guys, let's get ready for the market open. Time of force day. Let's start sorting by dollar volume. Let's go put all of our focus and attention on small caps or whatever is the best ticker to be trading. Stay tuned for this meme on, oh wow, look at PayPal up freaking 10% as well. Check out Mr. Alex Winkler on Twitter to support this channel and retweet the meme for a real big support of the channel. I'd appreciate it. Let's get into it here. Two more minutes. Airbnb is finally ripping. SQ not looking too interesting. Good luck, guys. Discord, YouTube. Good luck, everyone. There's a really good chance coin is going to sell off, and I'm going to be right on it. Just like Abnb and SQ. So I have to keep that in mind. I got to be patient. Got to be long-term focused. If they do rip really hard, I would probably take some profits. But other than that, let's see it. Look at Baba, up 8%. Remember, nothing in this market really holds that well. So at best, you get like a multi-day rally. 50 seconds. We have some big tickers on the scanners this morning when you search by dollar volume. It's really unusual. Even SQ making a name for itself. I'll watch some Nothing I'm really interested about watching at the open. Maybe DUO, but this one kind of died off below VWAP. We'll see what happens. It's really more of a large cap day again. SPY is going to be gapping higher. 1.6% should be pretty strong. Good luck, guys. Airbnb ripping. That's what we were waiting for. Coin also moving higher. Wow, coin is really moving higher right now quickly. Square. Wow, Airbnb is flying right now. Is there any other large caps that we can maybe accumulate? AMD. I don't even think there's a point for me to day trade today. There's really nothing that interesting moving. I'll give it a little bit longer. NIO popping up here. It actually doesn't look too bad. We have some big resistance on NIO around like 1130 or so, 1150. We're already kind of near some big resistance. SQ is having a bit of a turnaround right now. I'm a little bit nervous coin might follow suit. We're up $2,000 on coin. I'm going to take a little bit of size off here. This is ridiculous. And I think it's a little bit dangerous because we're getting some massive flushes right now across the board. All right, I close it out. I made 2K on coin. I can't really complain about that. Honestly, AB, I wasn't expecting such a quick rally, and we're getting huge pullbacks right now. SPY, Bitcoin, Square, Airbnb. I'm a little bit nervous that I'm gonna close out. Oh, wrong. Oh no, I'm going short. I did not place the right order. I'm gonna close this one. The reason I'm doing this is because we had a huge rip on coin and all these other tickers, but then they sold off right away again, which is not an indicator of a healthy rally. So I took my profits on coin. It is having a pullback right now, so I could re-enter. Again, these were supposed to be swing trades. SQ also falling off. I want to see how they perform a little bit longer here. I don't think I'm going to close SQ. I could just re-enter more. I'm going to keep watching it. SPY also had a huge, kind of a sketchy move right here. But overall still looking very strong. Square coming back into a doji. Abnb. Looking a little hairy. I'm going to see how, I mean, if coin gets back above 63, it's going to be back in play. Right now, I'm a little bit nervous because everything was ripping kind of a little bit too strong. I almost would have liked a morning panic. Right now, it's really not a small cap world either. So small caps need to wait their turn until they're back. But right now, it's not the market for small caps. Okay, so coin back at it again. So look at that, back at, I closed at 62.91, and it's coming back. I was a little bit nervous there. We were going to get a capitulation like we just saw in SQ and Airbnb. So nice, good to see it back just like that. Volume, there is serious divergence here. I'm always a big what's the word for it? I always get a little nervous when I see divergence. So higher price, lower volume. It's a bit of a red flag. SPY needs to, that's a lot of sell volume on the SPY. A lot of sell volume. Look at the 5 minute. PayPal selling off as well now. I could close SQ. I'm a little bit undecided about this ticker. It's kind of struggling here. I'll go ahead and probably close this one. Oops, right as I try to close it. I'm going to keep watching this market. I'm going to see if we can get some bigger capitulation. So I closed out Airbnb, I closed out coin, and I closed out SQ. So we were able to walk away with 2.1 thousand. And then on the day, because of some day trades, we're up 2.2 thousand total for the day. It's nice to have a $2,000 green day again. It's been a little bit slow trading this year. But I'm going to keep watching here. It feels like there's a floor. It feels like there's a resistance. I think what I would like to see is for this, look at this BYND selling off. I think what I would like to see is for this morning rally on coin and Bitcoin and SPY to kind of pivot over, go below VWAP, get crushed till 10, and then I'll size right back in and do basically the same trade again. I don't know if I want to hold into the weekend on more sketchy positions, but if I could get a good entry, I will. Look at, see, Airbnb still selling off, so yeah. Coin also. All swing trades are closed again. S&TG halted to the downside. Jeff is pointing out. Thanks for that. Thanks for pointing it out, Jeff. Wow, yeah, that's not looking very sexy. I gotta say, coin is holding highs pretty good. Airbnb is holding highs pretty okay. We did get, you know, a quick sell-off, but it's also, oh no, VWAP's being tapped. Possible break of VWAP. Yeah, so I'm gonna look to accumulate. I just hope there's gonna be more capitulation here, and then we can accumulate. I guess if you're ever up, I was up 10% on, no, I wasn't up 10%. That's fake news. No, I was up 10%. I was literally up 10% on coin on a large cap in like, I almost had a perfect entry and a perfect exit. What are the chances? That almost never happens. Mark my words, guys, that almost never happens. So if you're like, Alex, that was an amazing trade, trust me, this is not a common trade for me. I entered here when the earnings came out, or unemployment. I bought the pullback when we found support, and when we just came into this major resistance zone, I sold at 62.91, almost the perfect high. Wow, now we're having huge capitulation again. The point I was trying to make is if you're ever trading a large cap and it moves 10% in like 2 hours, it's not normal. So maybe take some profits. That's kind of that's the logic I had in my head. Good time to take a picture of this for the books. Look how many times I've traded coin. It's the only ticker where I'm in the 20s. Oh, actually, you know what? That one even deserves a small Wall of Glory picture. I'll post it in Wall of Glory. All right, so coin's kind of holding this zone. SQ selling off, Airbnb selling off. Wow. Wow. S and TG got halted up after halting down. 20% moves too. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in, showing support. One easy way to show support is checking out my Twitter, retweeting any memes, and just leaving comments. I really do appreciate that. Just getting involved. Goal is to grow the community as much as possible and grow these these memes because I love them. They're so good, so fun to make. All right, coin is actually finding a lot of support. I think we're getting the market's kind of finding support again. I'm not really sure how much more we're going to keep going down. I mean, we can go down a lot, obviously. This could also just be the beginning of a massive capitulation. I mean, maybe, you know, maybe, because technically what happened was we just broke massive, this massive trend line. We had a retest, and who knows, maybe we're going to all-time lows right now. You know, maybe we're going to really dip below 40. It's hard to say. And in a way, you're like, everything, it feels like playing with fire a little bit. So I don't know. I don't know also when the market got this bearish just now. Nice work, Ken. I'm not really sure how I want to go forward with what we're seeing right now. I'm not going to lie. I feel like there's a lot of support coming in. But I feel like we could have, you know, 20%, 30% sell-offs. Mainly because this chart pattern is really bearish. Like I said before, we had a massive sell-off. Right? 30%. We had a perfect 20% or so retest of support, new resistance. If we break 55, there could be some major capitulation. I don't even think we're really going to see that, though, to be honest. But I also don't necessarily see us making new highs right now. So I'm not compelled to really want to re-enter the swing trades just yet. I'm really split in my decision right now. I mean, look at the SPY. We gapped higher, we retested, and now if we're just going to keep crawling lower, it could be pretty nasty. Now support's coming in again. I don't know, guys. I'm undecided right now. The way I look at it is if I buy SQ, Airbnb, Coin, PayPal, maybe not PayPal, but just, and maybe even BYND, but definitely SQ, Airbnb, and Coin, and I hold for 3 months, there's like a 90+% chance I'll be closing that trade green, because there's just not that much downside on these companies anymore. Like maybe we'll get a little bit, maybe we'll have that capitulation. Maybe we'll break 50 and we'll flush down to 40 or something. But just like what happened here when we had this major capitulation, we pop right back up, 100% move. It's going to be right back, because this company, Square, Airbnb, they're below valuations right now. So there's not that much you can do wrong in a way. I mean, that sounds like your famous last words, right? The famous last words. I can't really go wrong. What can go wrong, right? I'm basically speaking out loud. I'm just like going through my thought process, like on why these companies, or why this swing, like why a swing trade right now wouldn't be actually a bad swing trade. Look, SQ already popping back up. So this hammer candle on SQ is actually very bullish, right? Coin popping up, Airbnb not really popping up. I don't know. I think I'm going to see what happens to like 10, 15, and then we can go ahead and make decisions. Usually by then the market calms down a little bit and reversals start kind of happening. Trends start forming. The market open is always a little bit, little crazy. What does that mean? I think you're capping. Capping. Am I like capping, like it's like crazy? You're losing it? Probably. I probably am losing it at this point. Looking at charts too long. Square is trying here back above VWAP. Technically, Square is actually a really good trade right now. Do you think it's worth trading Square? Probably. Let's see if this area holds. That was a nice breakout. This would be a day trade if I went long right now. We had a nice VWAP breakout, having 1 minute retest, still in an overall downwards trend. This I already had a nice bounce too. Tough to say. Also tough to say here is, is coin. This is these candles on this ticker are just massive right now. If you compare it to normal candles, I mean, these are huge, huge, huge candles. I see more buying potential on this ticker than I do selling potential. But at the moment, that was a pretty strong bounce. Let's see how it behaves. Honestly, looking at S&TG just gives me the shivers. Like, looks terrifying. So strong recovery on Coin, SQ, and Airbnb. So strong recovery, stronger than I would have expected on such a capitulation on the 1 minute. So we're back at it, huh? Man, things are getting actually quite interesting right now. We got SPY looking like it might reverse fully here. I don't know what's going on, but I don't think the markets are over yet. So a healthy pullback on Dow Jones, NASDAQ. I mean, this looks so ugly on the NASDAQ, but I guess, you know, we're at some really big support, so maybe we're going to get a little bit more consolidation. You know what we could be setting up here for? We could be setting up for some sort of, I don't know how it will look, but actually let me do it from here. This used to be my favorite short pattern, but it takes a while to play out. So something like, oh man, I keep clicking on the wrong thing. You know, it's hard to say how it's going to play out. What is going on? Here we go. Could look something like this. I don't know. It's really tough to say. But honestly, some sort of channel here that we're going to be bouncing in between over the next few days. And maybe we're going to get, you know, a nice run here for the next few weeks before maybe some further capitulation. So ascending channels typically are bearish. So at one point they do break to the downside, but they take they don't just happen overnight. So SQ, new high day. I over traded on SQ. Airbnb still good. I can get a lower entry. Coin still good. I can get a lower entry. But that SQ pop is actually really bullish. So we'll see. Let's pull up SNTG. We have so many gappers today. It's crazy. SNTG is going to open up at 4:22. So we still have like 1.5 minutes. If you're totally new, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you part of the community. It's about 50-50 always with the viewers. Subscribe, not subscribe. A little interesting. I think today, more or less, today is a small green day in terms of day trading, but swing trading, we're up 2,000 at the moment. We did realize all the gains. They were all tickers I just entered this morning, and then I closed because of the big rally. So I'm actually looking for re-entries now. Let me quickly show you the situation. Actually, yeah, we got a minute. SQ is really ripping higher. That's really good to see. I'm not like totally convinced about it, but not bad. Airbnb finding, you know, just kind of trending lower still, and then coin also not totally convinced that we're gonna be trending higher. Lower volume, kind of feels like we might be in a, you know, downwards trend. But the SPY also popping, almost having a full recovery. So I don't know, getting a lot of mixed signals. I'm a little bit undecided myself. Let's keep watching SNTG. We got an open coming up here, so this is going to be quite interesting. All right, good luck, guys. 3, 2, 1. Popped, open higher, crawling higher. Whoa, just keeps ripping. Could halt again easily. With that 6%, 9%, 10% candle. Pulls back a little bit, 7, 5, find support. This might break out again. Could get halted. Pulls back. So we had a high of 11. Keeps pulling back to around 7, 8. I'd be nervous as hell. It actually feels very strong. The bit is crawling up. But I have a really poor read on some of these small caps lately. I don't know what it is. Nice micro pullback. New 5-minute though. The new 5-minute would make me nervous because it's not indicating that it's going to be a new high because we're crawling back down the former 5-minute candle. Oh my god, this might get halted to the downside. And boom, someone pulled the plug. That is so sketchy. Corey says beautiful move. Dang, I mean it was a nice 11% pop, that's for sure. Mason says wow, just sold before the halt, nice. Tom says just caught that flush. Oh boy, hopefully you got out before the halt. Mason and Ken looks like they're in, got some downside. Corey's going out for some golfing. I think honestly that's like the best thing you could probably do right now. Ah, crap. Tom just said I just ruined the week. Shit. Oh, dang. Ken says me too. Fuck, dude. Man, it's been so bad for small cap trading lately. It's been the worst market for small cap day trading. There's literally no point in even doing it. I'm up like maybe 1,000 on the month. I mean, there's always a point to doing it, right? The reason I do it is to practice and get ready for when it heats up again. But right now, I'd rather just stay focused on some of these large cap opportunities. Oh, so Tom added for the break of 6. That's actually happened to me once, but on accident. So I was up like 10% on a ticker. Something crazy. This was like a year and a half ago. And with a hotkey, instead of doing Alt-S, I did Alt-A, which is instead of selling and taking my profits, I added higher. And the same thing happened where it actually sold off so much that it halted going down. So I literally added at the all-time high. And then that actually ended up being my biggest loss ever. I think it was like $2,000 or something like that. So we're gonna get an open on SNTG at 0536. No, 0536 is when it halted. So at basically in 36 seconds here. Here you can see SNTG, HUDI got halted as well. They didn't list the resumption time, so you could pretty much assume it's 5 minutes. All right, hoping for the best for Tom. Opened lower, but bouncing back. That's good. Ooh, pulling back lower. Yeah, you gotta cut. You gotta cut this. You can't risk that. It could rip higher, but you just can't risk it. Okay, he's out. Only $300 loss. SQ guys back at all-time highs pretty much, or yeah, pretty much. So I got shaken out of this one. That's fine. All right, guys, I think honestly it might be time to size into some swing trades again. The market really just proved that it did a giant fake out here. I thought there was going to be capitulation here, but so far so good. I actually didn't think I'd be re-entering this soon, but it's 10:13, so that's usually the time you start noticing, okay, well, the market's picking a direction here. Everything's ripping up. Starting to just get a small size going again on coin. Start with 200 shares on this one. See where it goes from there. I don't think I'm going to trade SQ just yet. Airbnb, I'll start with a smaller size on this one. I do feel like we could get another sell-off, but for now I'll just do smaller share size, and then we'll see how we want to go ahead from there. Bitcoin also rallying. So it's like everything is rallying right now. Kind of interesting. All right, I'm going to make a little bit of an espresso and then I'll be back. This time, looks like I might have done the opposite. So Airbnb actually ended up ripping, but I'm still not super optimistic that maybe this is the actual move. I don't know. What I'm actually really optimistic about is, I mean, look at BTC, for example. I gotta watch out because this always messes up my order active trader. But look how strong Bitcoin popped up today. That makes me quite bullish. So we just, let me zoom out a little bit more, 4-hour trend. We just broke, so we had a first stare, second stare, and third stair possibly. So this is very, very aggressive here on Bitcoin. What's SNTG up to? Man, this ticker is hectic. I don't like the fact that I'm in coin over 60. That's the only thing that slightly bothers me. Looks like there's a good chance of a little bit of a retest going on. Oops, sorry. Ooh. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait like an hour or so, kind of see what the progression is. I don't feel like I see a really amazing trade. Buying SQ right now feels a little bit high. Buying Airbnb right now is a little bit high as well. I mean, it's only $1 higher than I initially bought it for, and then I sold. But I was able to sell it into a really big pop, and I just kind of feel like maybe there's going to be a little bit of a sell-off coming up at some point. I don't know. I'm a little undecided. So pre-market today, I was really not undecided. I basically really liked what I was seeing, and I pretty much went for it. It all made sense to me. So look at that pop. Wow, it's at 50. I wonder if we're going to even get a break at 50 here. I'm going to stop out of this trade. All right, I stopped out of my coin trade for now. I'm just, again, I'm not really in love. So I took a small loss there, I think. No, I had a 0.005 cent a share winner. So yeah, just not crazy about the overall setups. I could be wrong, but I think I'm going to give it like 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. And I'll come back and maybe get in it. Maybe I'm going to re-enter in 10 minutes, but something drastic would have to happen. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and look at some of these past trades today and just analyze what we did today. So I traded DUOI. This one didn't really amount to much. At first, I was green on this ticker, and then I kind of overstayed my welcome and got red on this ticker, unfortunately. I think I could have done a little bit better, kind of managing my risk. What I also could have done is maybe size into this one a little bit quicker. I think that could have maybe gave me a little bit more opportunity. Ford just bought some 2025 Uber calls. Oh my lord. That's actually a good idea. Those are so far out. It's crazy. Market's really picking a direction now. It's good to see that. $10:25. I'll be wrapping up the stream pretty soon. Anyone have any questions? What a trading day. Again, very, very little small cap trading, for better or worse. I don't really know. I'm ready to do some more small cap trading. I'm ready to get aggressive again. I just don't really feel like it's been the time for that. So it's not really the market for me personally for small cap trading, but I'm going to keep doing it every day. Stay active. Oh, good espresso, man. Really. Holy. Take care, EBP. Anyone rolling out? I'll see you guys Monday morning first thing. Don't forget to drop a subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And check out that pinned comment we have in the chat room here. Where to start learning to trade. And if you have an account already on TradeJournal, shoot me your username and I'll give you a follow. And I'd love to comment on your trading activity and see what you're up to, see if we can learn from each other. So yeah, overall, DUO, weak ticker overall, but there were some moves. Had to be patient and ride that front side while. My first trade on it really wasn't that bad. I just overstayed my welcome on that ticker by far. A little bit disappointing, I guess you could say. With SNTG, this one was a little bit more interesting, clearly after the open for sure. Wow, look at this ticker, really died. Volume's down, so you could tell that traders are leaving the market right now. By far, like traders have left the building. This is usually a good time to just go ahead and call it, take a break, come back for momentum later. This is also why usually around 10 o'clock the market picks a direction and just kind of like starts grinding in that direction for you know, X amount of time, because there's not as many traders anymore. It's just kind of like people just chasing and trying to get their fills, and just like slower movers. People start sizing into things. Everything just calms down a lot more. So, I mean, I don't know. For me, S&TG started hot. But I think really the problem is it just became a grinder so fast. No clear setups after the open. At least for me, it just wasn't my go-to kind of ticker. So I'm only, you know, I was up 200 today, and then I actually was red, and then I'm ending the day only up $78. Very, very small win in terms of day trading. Again, you can see it here as well, so you know I'm not lying. $78.71. I am up 2.2 thousand in total. I did buy and close all my swing trades today again. So I bought pre-market and I sold at the market open. If I was still holding now, I would be roughly at the same place, because SQ and Abnb finally moved higher, but coin moved a lot lower. So I think I'd actually still be lower overall. I am planning to re-enter all my swing trades. I kind of want to see what happens in the next 1, 2, 3 hours and kind of go from there. If I re-enter anything, obviously in the Discord, you guys know that's where I post everything. Only $4 in exchange fees, reg fees, $78 profit. So just a very slow day trading week for me. Actually, I'll tell you guys right now. Let's see, how did we do this week? So for my momentum day trading account, we had, you know, 300 on, well, I could quickly pull it up, but yeah, Monday green, Tuesday green, Wednesday green, Thursday small red, Friday small green. So nothing really too crazy. So yeah, we're ending the week up $757. So yeah, let's see if we can get a little bit more momentum, or $782 before reg fees came in. Overall for the week, 76% win ratio, 57% win ratio. Not the worst. 1-to-1 risk reward, slightly better, so that's okay. But you can tell, like, I wasn't really like my average for this portfolio is much better, so I wasn't really in a grind. Also, I didn't really size up into anything because I didn't really love what we were seeing. I did have a trade this month though, or this week, over $30,000, and that was my goal, so I checked that off finally after 7 weeks of trying to do a trade over $30,000. So that was really nice. I'm not sure if it's here. I think it was actually my swing trading portfolio, but it doesn't really matter. Let's see here. Yeah, here's a $14,000 one. And if I just go to trades, here's a $27,000 trade. Or am I crazy? Did I actually? I thought I had a trade over 30,000. Ah, yeah, see? I knew it. So I had a small trade on Uber. This was a day trade. Why did I not find it just now? Very weird. Here it is. I looked right over it. Yeah, here it is. Uber. So this was actually a cool one. Let me zoom in on this one for a second. We had breakout, pullback. I traded it, entered, little continuation. large cap, so a little shaky there, but you know, I did it. I did my trade over $30,000. Just like literally a hair over 30,000, but still. So that's really what I was working on. That's what I want to get better at, you know, bigger size. I have been trading pretty small size lately. I wouldn't say it's all my fault. It's just I don't feel like sizing up really big right now in this market is exactly what I should be doing. But in general, I should be trading probably twice as much size just by default, but we'll get there. And I don't really feel like there's any sort of rush, because I don't want to trip over myself when it's a bad market and then it gets good and then I have lower confidence. So I don't want that to happen either. My God, this espresso is really good. Cheers, guys. I'm going to go ahead, document more trades and the swing trades, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more work online, just kind of wait for setups. I'll check the market from every now and then. Airbnb is up 3%, kind of interesting, from 92 to 95. So it looks like we are seeing a little bit of a floor come in. I wouldn't be surprised if we ranged in this area for a bit longer. We will see. We will see. PKBO halted. I thought I was going to end the stream earlier today, but it's kind of interesting, huh? Look at this pullback. PKOB over VWAP was perfect. PKBO over VWAP just now would have been a perfect. Nice call, Dex. And then it got halted. Recent IPO. Crazy. Be careful with things like SQ right now. These tickers are like really grinding slowly up and then they take the elevator down. So I wouldn't be surprised if we had, you know, a quick pullback. And I think that's where I'd be looking for entries. Even with the SPY, like, you know, we grind, quick pullback, grind, quick pullback. This was actually quite a strong recovery, V-shaped recovery, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we had another big pullback. So I just be careful buying high right now. This is really not the market for it. Like every time the price goes up, every time anything goes up, it just gets whacked back down so hard. So hard. But I do think we are at some really major support. So me personally, I want to start accumulating some sizes again. You guys already know the tickers I'm looking at. All right, guys, enough rambling for me. I will see you then first thing Monday morning. Like always, guys, stay safe, make some awesome trades, have an amazing weekend. I'm out. Cheers.